Always, thanks so much for your coverage and for coming out today. And I don't want to delay this. So with that, I'll open up to any questions that you have.
Talk a little bit about this challenge by Arkansas State and
Yeah.
what they do offensively and defensively.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a three-time, conference champion. Really good, very active team, very aggressive team. Special teams are excellent right now. Got a couple of blocks. Their net punting is excellent. Field goal kicker, Ferguson's doing a great job. They'll throw some exotics in there. So they'll make you work on the special teams unit, which is going to be important. We're working very hard on that. On offense, everything starts with Knighton for them. The best quarterback runner that we've faced so far. We're going to have to be disciplined in the pull game and the read option game. But he can throw it. He does do a good job throwing it. He'll get the ball at the perimeter. They'll move the pocket with him, and that's what makes him difficult. They have a good running back in Gordon, and this McKissick is, just catching a ton of balls. So they want to score. They want to go high tempo. They want to make you cover sideline to sideline and with the perimeter game and the move the pocket game. Get the screen game, to the perimeter, make you run, and they've been really good, when they're throwing, when they're scoring, more than 30 points. So, again, it's going to be a great challenge on that side of the ball. We're going to have to be disciplined both in our ability to tackle the quarterback inside and also set good edges and tackle them in space. When they get in space, they're very difficult. Is it all right if I just finish on the defensive side? Yeah, on the defensive side, Matt, top 20 in a lot of different categories. I think they're number 3 in turnovers and 6 in sacks. Again, everything starts, for me, up the middle. The safeties are all veterans, all starters, very active, very good tacklers, and of course 48 Lee. All the accolades precede him, as we enter the game, and now you can see why. Body just like Denzel, strong physical inside, yet fast enough to run on the perimeter, and really like what they're doing in the front. The number 77 is really strong, doing a good job for them Blackmen, and again, just a good active defense. I think eight returning starters, so it's going to be a great challenge for us, and obviously they went into to Knoxville and gave them everything they can handle, so going to be a great challenge for us at 3:30. Yeah, we do. But again, it's not like a team that's playing nickel versus 11. That's their base. So very similar to North Carolina from that respect. And if that's your base, like it was for Florida State and North Carolina a year ago, you protect your nickel with your fronts. And then you allow that player the ability to run freely as much as you can and use his attributes, his speed, his knowledge, his ability to play man, or just have a faster guy in the field for breaking on the ball or perimeter throws and things of that nature. So I do expect that. Whether that will be or not, we don't know, but we'll see. Every game is a different checkerboard.
Do you think, does it speak more to the players that are there or the quality coach they brought in that they're able to find a coach in 5 years? I don't know whether we've ever seen that, but they've been so successful.
Yeah, well, they have been, and they've been scoring. They've been playing good defense. They're excellent on special teams. So, again, it's a culture. But make no mistake, the coach they got now is a great coach. There's no question about it. And watched him the last couple of years up close at North Carolina, and I think they do a great job. And between tempo and being disciplined, I think their penalties are down as a team right now, so we can't be sloppy from that standpoint. Going up tempo, if not every play, just about, and we got to be ready for it.
Al, even when Ryan is back from the knee, is your thinking to stick with Brad if he plays well in a coming weeks?
I'm not really, like I said, guys, I'm not really going there. Right now Ryan is really doing well. He's really getting into shape. His movements are progressing. That's a separate deal right now, okay? And when that time comes, then we'll deal with that competition and the reps and all that. But right now, it's Brad and Jake until that time, and it's really, it would just be, we're just We're just talking about something that, that's really, it's not part of the equation right now. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, he did. He got some reps today, and as I said, Kevin had a really good summer, had a good preseason. It's just, he's paying for the sins of, a while back, So the suspension did not, just because it happened now, it doesn't reflect, all the growth that he had. And I just want to make sure we're clear on that. He's had a lot of growth here in the last half year, certainly the last 4 months, and he's making a lot of progress, and hopefully Kevin can continue to do that for us.
And as far as on the field, I've not practiced or anything, would you like to see how he does it if you have the opportunity?
Yeah, we're getting him some reps in practice for sure. We're not, this is his first day back really, so, we're not ready to say he's, ready to go in the game yet, but he's third right now, in this game, so he's got to be ready.
Is that kind of just with the way Olsen would be third and Rozier assumed to be fourth, and as kind of a red shirt?
Yeah, I'd like to redshirt Rozier if we can. I don't think there's any question about it. And Malik's a heck of an athlete with a big arm, and did a lot of great things, and really benefited from and took advantage of the reps that he got this training camp. And I have no doubt he's going to be a really good player.
Are there other guys who already decided that's
Redshirting, Manny, for a lot of the other guys, it's too early. It's such a long season. I think you guys know there's some that haven't participated. I think, the inference there is that, hey, I think coach is leaning towards redshirting. But all of those guys, for me to just come out and wholesale and say, hey, you're all redshirted, it's just too early. I mean, we got so much, we haven't even started the ACC Coastal yet, in terms of that. So we have a long way to go from that standpoint.
Didn't see Stacy out there today. Is he expected this week?
Yeah, so again, we're dealing with a shoulder, and we'll have a better idea by tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? We'll have a better idea by tomorrow for sure.
He didn't practice today.
Nope, we held him out today. Just getting him treatment and taking care of him.
No interceptions in 2 games with 7 sacks.
Yeah.
That's kind of counterbalance.
Well, again, I think, we got to catch the ones they throw us, and we didn't have too many. If we had a bunch of drops, I would be worried, but we haven't had that many opportunities, but no, I'm not pleased. I mean, I'd like to have some interceptions, but I just don't want to blow it out of proportion because we haven't had a lot of opportunities and we haven't dropped any and things of that nature. But certainly there's a couple in there that we need to have a better break and make a play on the ball for sure.
Al, the right side of the offensive line, I know they've struggled with this or whatever, but what are you seeing doing expanding, and what are you seeing in the competition?
Well, right now they're splitting. Taylor and McDermott are splitting, and Gall and Isadora are splitting. So I'm seeing a good competition. And it will resolve itself. They'll all get better in the process, and we'll see who the starters are come Thursday. We'll have a good idea. But felt like Shane and John and Eric had a good practice today, and we got to keep developing Hunter Wells and Trevor and Nick. So we got a good group. They're getting a lot of reps. We just got to keep moving them forward.
We saw Michael Weiss get in the game Saturday. How close is he to being able to during time of the game when it's competitive?
Yeah. No, he's getting in better shape, and for all that he was behind, he's starting to catch up. So the good news there is that position looks a lot different. There's a lot more depth, and we're getting a lot more factors, a lot more plays from that position than we have been, and so that's positive. And but there's no question the three of them are fighting like crazy for playing time right now.
Is there a specific area where the high-end improve from week to week?
There's a lot of different areas. I mean, for me to go into detail would be like, giving a game plan away, So there's certain things that we need to see him do a better job at, His poise is really good, and his line of scrimmage demeanor is really good. We snapped the ball 3 times on him last week, and I don't think maybe 4 times to get somebody off sides, and I think only 1 time, we got somebody off sides, and I think that was the one we completed to Herb. The other ones weren't very good. One resulted in a holding pattern. We didn't get the call. One resulted in an incomplete. The other resulted in an interception, which kind of got him off track a little bit. So, again, we all have to do a better job. We have to protect better. We have to catch the ball better. And but there's certain things that in terms of his mechanics and just trusting his feet and his progression, that's probably our biggest focus that I could share with you.
Yesterday about how we try to hold the ball a second too long. Do you see a similar thing on tape?
Well, again, James and I watch it all together. So to me, it's just what I said, just in terms of trusting his feet. So when his feet say time to get rid of it, that means we got to go, from either, our second to third or third to fourth progression. And a couple of times the other night, it was really the first time we saw it. He started to scramble a little bit laterally rather than just trust his feet and get it to his outlet, whether it was his tight end or his back.
Al, the special teams, the long snapping, is Ronnie still the guy?
Yeah, no, like I said, Ronnie's great at it, and I have a lot of confidence in him. Just disappointed in that. Hadn't seen it before, hadn't seen it since. So, he went back in the game to his credit and fired one back after that. So, again, it happens. Disappointing, but I mean, Ronnie's doing great with it and has been doing great. So, Gabriel's there too if we need him and ready to go.
What do you see as Chad's on Saturday?
Well, the thing about Chad is he's smart now, so everybody knows about his athletic, ability and his ability to run, and he's long, he uses his leverage really well, but he's got quickness, lateral quickness, which is great. But he's really smart, and he knows how to play the defense, so he's in really good position. When we move him, he's in the right gap. When we have to play base technique, he didn't jump around a block like some young guys did or will do. He didn't do that. He played the defense, and that's a great trait to have as a young player. To play the defense, to execute the defense, and then he made some plays, doing it. So it was good to see that.
Well, we talked about Thurston all week and last week, but he wasn't highly recruited in high school.
No.
What was it that you guys saw 4 or 5 years ago that prompted that late offer?
Yeah. Well, one was necessity for sure, right? So, but he's a 6'3" kid that was playing safety, and we thought he could grow and be 235 one day. Well, he's in the 40s now, so he's 42 or 43, which is great. So I just think he's really learning how to play the game now. He's playing with leverage. He's strong, so he's able to hold the point of attack, and now he's in better condition. So he's playing harder, longer. To be quite honest with you, he's playing, with really good burst and energy, and he's making plays because of it. Strip sack the other day, a sack. Both of them were chase plays for him. I don't know if he would have made that play a year ago, but I think at this strength and this size, with the conditioning that he has and the sacrifice that he made all summer, I think he's doing that. So there's no question. We like speed, we like length, and at that point, just the necessity in terms of getting those kind of bodies in the program.
Anybody who played Saturday earned more playing time than you guys this week, just based off what they did?
Well, sure, Stan Dobar, for sure. Stan is really doing a good job, especially at the point of attack. Braxton, Joe Yerby, for sure. I think, Casey McDermott and Alex Gall both did a nice job. Herb continues to do a good job, and we got to get him to push Phillip and Malcolm. On the defensive side, Grace, for sure. Grace prepared really well and deserves more playing time. Jamal Carter played better, so again, I think he'll be fighting even more now with Dallas Tambu and Dion. Darian Owens did some really good things, so that was good to see. Somebody mentioned Chad earlier, for sure, Chad. I just kind of went around the world there, guys. I mean, I'm sorry. So, I hope that gives you an idea. But no, some of those guys really, like Grace really prepared hard for that game. Really prepared hard, and it showed on game day, so that's good.
Al, as good as you are a receiver, what led to 2 freshmen being on the field to open the game, and Tyree and Braxton? Was it just that package?
Yeah.
Something which they both did.
I didn't even realize Tyree was out there. Was he out there for the opening?
It
Yeah.
was widely stated.
Widely stated.
And it seemed to be that way.
But I guess the good news from my standpoint is that we trust them. So it's not, I'm not sitting there saying, hey, why are they out there? We talk about it all week, that they're going to be, in the game in different scenarios. I knew Brax was out there. I guess I missed that Tyree was out there. But again, it's immaterial to me. They all play. They're all doing better. And Tyree's, had a good 2 days yesterday and today. We got to continue to make, let him have progress. With Brax and Malk and Phillip, all those guys did a really good job.
With Grace, obviously we know the athletic ability. It seems like he's making fewer mental errors. What's next for him to earn that kind of next role?
Well, I mean, that's a good, they're competing over there, him and Curb. So I was just pleased with the way Grace went about his business this week. Really mature, really focused, understands, a little bit better now how to prepare. I think Denzel has really helped him with that. But Grace is talented. We need him to be like that, because when you eliminate defects, when you eliminate mental errors, you have a chance to get your talent in the game. And until that point, you can really hurt your team. If you're not lined up correctly or you go the wrong way, you can just as easily hurt your team as you can help your team. But I think he understands that now. So he's lined up right. He's preparing correctly. And he made a lot of plays the other night because of it, which was great to see.
It's obviously a team that's complex. It's not a lot of, maybe a lot of players, are used to running in high school. When you're out there recruiting, do you ever really know if they get it until they get on campus, or is it something you can see?
Yeah.
From the start?
Well, again, I wouldn't say it's complex. I think we're playing cohesively right now, and we're unified. But I mean, it's as I look around college football, I mean, every week, whether it's Alabama or Georgia or South Carolina, or just go around, everybody's playing the same defense right now. Everybody's playing a 3-4, and whether it's a 4-3 playing odd fronts or a